Hello, my name is Tamara Urban, the Urban Healer, and I wanted to talk to you about Soul School. What is Soul School? Why is it the right thing for you? What are you going to get out of it? What can you learn? What can you unlearn? What is it? So, first things first, we are all a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. I think we sometimes forget that because we get so fixated on the 3D of this earth part of us. But then, really, there's so much more within us. There's so much wisdom within us. There's so much that is guiding us. But then at some point, we've gotten disconnected from our soul. And we also forgot how to tap into that soul wisdom. And things kind of got confusing. So that's why I created Soul School. And listen, we're all here doing some Earth School things, all going through some learning and some obstacles and challenges. And we're doing that human thing that can be a little bit messy and tricky, absolutely. But then there's this other part of us, this true self part, capital S self. And it has so much to share with us. It is what's guiding us forward. It is what's giving us so much wisdom and those intuitive nudges and our higher purpose. And it's how we're connected to the universe. How do you get to it? How do you access that beautiful innate wisdom that lives within you? Well, that is why I created Soul School. Soul School is your way of connecting to your soul at your own pace, in your own way, regardless where you are in your healing journey, regardless what your beliefs are, regardless what your spiritual practices are. You just land here and you get to do this journey at your own pace, being fully supported, guided, and not doing it alone. And one of the biggest reasons I created this was because we're all on this path, this journey. And then there's so much information out there. So we kind of get lost in it. You're doing one certification, which leads to another certification, another certification. All of a sudden, you have like 7 certifications, but you're not actually using any of them, not even into your own personal practices, let alone actually teaching, sharing it with others. You go from one self help book to the next one, to the next one podcast to the next. And there's just so much information out there. And then in the moment, you're taking it in and you're like, yeah, 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 that makes sense. Of course. Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh my God, that resonates. Oh my God, I'm going to do that. And then you go back to doing the same thing over and over again, being in your habits, in your patterns, in a certain way of being without ever incorporating that. So think of it as logically, your conscious mind is taking it in and it makes sense because obviously you're a smart individual who gets it, check mark. But then you don't actually integrate it into your subconscious. You don't actually integrate it into your life where you're using it. So, why is that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, as humans, we overfill our schedules and we really get caught in the Monday to Friday, go, 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 do, do, do. And then all of a sudden, things kind of just fall off and we don't actually keep up with it. Secondly, how's your nervous system? If your nervous system isn't regulated and in a state of receiving, you can take in the information, but it almost like glides off like butter on a hot pan. So that's not really useful. I mean, you see the butter, it's good, amazing, but it doesn't actually do anything. And then next, we don't actually know how to like tie it all together. You read the book, you do the certification, you get the coach, you get the mentor, you do the healing, but it's like little bits and pieces everywhere. And then you're like, how do I tie it in? How do I integrate it? How do I embody it? How do I become it? Well, that's old school because I did those things. I jumped from certification to certification, read all the books, did all the podcasts, and like have way too much on the go. But then things didn't actually start clicking together and like becoming this whole unit where really, if it's just scattered all over the place, how useful is it for you? Not very much. So with Soul School, it's going to be the glue that brings it together. It's going to be me doing the work for you in terms of I read these books and this is what I got out of it. I did the certification and this is how I think you could use it and give you options. All of us are on this journey. All of our journeys is going to look very different. And this is just a way for you to take in all that info in a digestible manner where it actually makes sense. And like sometimes you get these downloads and these like concepts, and you're like, yeah, it makes sense, but it's kind of like very esoteric and it's like over here. but you're like, how do I incorporate that in my life? You might be still working a job Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You might have little kiddos at home that take up all of your time and attention. So you don't have a lot of time to actually invest in your own stuff. You might be a digital nomad and like jumping from country to country, different time zones, trying to keep up with everything. So you don't really have time to really sit down and really integrate. So let me help you. So that is one part of Soul School. The other part of Soul School is I have always wanted to have a like portal of being able to share with you the divine downloads that I get through the Akashic records and through the universe. It's like so much comes through, but then I'm like, am I going to waste that on like an Instagram post? No. Am I going to try to make a reel out of it? Oh my God, absolutely no. Am I going to write it down in this like huge blog post of who's going to read it? And like sometimes things get lost in translation when you're physically writing it down as opposed to just like channeling and saying. So this is going to be your opportunity to literally get those real life raw downloads that I get from source that are meant to be shared with you. So the next thing that's exciting about this portal is that it will continue to grow as you grow. This isn't something where I download 10 videos and it's done. No, no, no. I'm actually just going to continuously give you more. I already have this massive list of things that I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to share that with you. So there's always going to be new content coming in, new downloads, new healing sessions. Oh, right, there's healing sessions. So there's going to be some sessions that are going to be downloaded and created just for you guys, nobody else. Some stuff I'll take in from other courses that I've done because they're juicy and too good not to be shared. But there's going to be some exclusive content that nobody else gets access to except for you guys. And of course, you get lifetime access. So whenever you join, it is yours, and anything that's added to it in the future is yours as well. I am here to serve you. I am here to guide you, support you, and make this journey as easy, fun, and exciting as I possibly can. Partially because some of my bits of my journey were rough, and I really wish I had this wisdom, and I really wish I had this, that it would have been so helpful, but I didn't. So then now I'll create it for you. So this is Soul School. If you feel that inner nudge within your soul being like, this intrigues me, yes, please join. Have any questions, you know where to find me. You can always DM me and send me an email. I'm here for all questions. But this is going to be something very sacred, very special. And I'm so wildly excited to share it with you. And just so you know, there's no prerequisites. Come as you are, whether you're fully Reiki certified, whether you don't even know what Reiki is, whether you have gone into your records on your own or with somebody, or you don't even know what they are. Like, honestly, come as you are. You will be guided, you will be supported, you will be loved, and I'm going to help you blossom and connect to your soul and be able to channel some of these beautiful messages on your own. So that is that. It has been a pleasure for me to introduce this beautiful program to you, and I am so excited to begin. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening.